First, Donald Trump offered a $20 billion bailout to Argentina. Then he floated another $20 billion. And now he is looking to bail out the country by quadrupling the U.S. government's annual purchase of Argentine beef. The move is designed to help lower food prices here at home, but it comes at the expense of American cattle farmers, a move that has Republicans very unhappy. Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer saying, quote, government intervention in the beef market will hurt our cattle ranchers who cannot afford to have the rug pulled out from under them. One soybean and cotton farmer told the Washington Post Trump, quote, certainly should have taken care of the American farmer first.
America first. Whatever happened to that concept, particularly when you consider what is happening in the ag community right now? We started this conversation in the spring with soybeans and other agricultural products that were devastated by the initial tariffs of this administration. And here we are going into the fall. And Simone, to her great credit, since probably, I'd say, June.
It's the Nebraska girl.
It's the Nebraska girl who say, hey, where's the beef?
Okay, go Cornhuskers. All right, go Big Red. Beef has consistently been up 12% at the grocery store, okay? And that's due to a couple of reasons that I will not bore the streets with the details. But one of them is that, you know, the herds are down. But where there is a lot of beef production is my home state of Nebraska. And if you talk to the Nebraska Farm Bureau, if you talk to any of the ranchers and the farmers, they're very concerned about this move from the president. The Nebraska Farm Bureau has come out and said, absolutely not do we support this, and we encourage the president to reconsider. Now, it is notable to underscore that even if Donald Trump does this, there is no guarantee. Matter of fact, all the analysts and smart people say that actually this is not going to bring the price of beef down. No. And if you have any idea about how difficult it is, and if you haven't been to the grocery store lately and you've just been Instacarting your groceries in, okay, some of y'all out there, hamburger helper sales have risen as Americans try to stretch their food dollars. From the New York Times on September 20th. While most food companies are seeing declines in consumer demand for their products, sales of hamburger helper are up 14.5% in the year through August. You want to know why? Because the regular beef is expensive. Yeah. It's expensive. Again, up just 12% from the year prior. Its beef has risen 51% since February of 2020. That is insane.
And those who like steak.
Can you imagine? No. This is a president who campaigned as though affordability, he understood that affordability, all the polls said the same thing, affordability, cost of living, it was the central concern for a broad swath of Americans. And he promised them, I understand your pain, and when I get in office, it's going to be the first thing I address. He has been focused on everything except the cost of living. And then in addition to that, he is thumbing his nose at America's farmers, at ag. I mean, part of it is this Argentina bailout. I would argue that is layered on top of the ways in which this administration's mass deportation effort has actually undermined industries in this country like agriculture and construction. And it's why, if I'm Secretary Rollins, I'm like, I don't know what I'm possibly supposed to do here, because I cannot both serve you as the president of the United States and serve the constituency I'm supposed to represent.
Well, you can't serve them, particularly when you're looking at the various industries that have been directly impacted by the fact that their workforce has been depleted, run off, or in hiding. And the reality is it's all coming in, and it's amazing how when you look at all the various pieces of our economy, the president got into office because of the price of eggs.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And here we are today talking about the price of beef, the price of medicine, the price of electricity, the price of things that you take for granted every day in many respects and expect them to be there. Yeah, prices may go up a penny here, a dime there, but now we're looking at $1, $3, $5, $10. And then we haven't gotten into the healthcare space. So the question for Republicans is, how do you stand before the country? Not even next year, going into next year, you're going through your primaries. You know, Republicans running primaries. What happens when you have a fellow Republican who goes, you know what, my mother couldn't get her meds, or my sister had to come off of her health care.
Or the ranchers and the farmers that I would like to represent are calling me saying this is disastrous. It's already happening in races across the country. Now, we'll see if the bark is worse than the bite. I wonder if these would-be Republican elected officials and the actual Republicans keep up the pressure on the president and get an answer. We'll see.
We'll see.